What are you humming? Sounds like a beautiful melody.
It's called Blink 182, my friend.
I wonder how many times they actually do blink.
It's called You Starting the Podcast, Not Tell Me About It.
Dude, I didn't. I did tell you. It was
No.
off. It was off. We weren't recording it.
I'm pretty sure you pressed start as soon as I sat back down in my seat.
I don't think so.
All
I had
right.
to think about it.
I
Alright.
don't know because are
Alright.
we online?
Yes, we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
That's the always one.
No, because I hate Twitch. It's telling me that we're offline right now.
No, we don't hate Twitch. We love Twitch. What are
Yo,
you talking
don't
about?
give them a reason to.
God.
Like, come on, we need those.
This
views,
is a
man.
platform, a free platform that
Yeah,
lets
go
us
start
broadcast
saying-
ourselves.
He's gonna go start saying like "fuck YouTube" and shit.
God damn it.
Oh, my phone
Fuck
went off.
YouTube, though.
Bad time. All right, so welcome to the Black and Yellow Otaku Gamers. I am your host, Blacktron, the blackest of them all, the black within our yellow. And my boys, I got Mr. Sock.
User.
Can't think of a good name today. Commander Cluck Cluck and Rakutsu. Nikolai.
Hey,
Jensen.
are we sure we're streaming right now?
I'm sure.
am
I'm
I
looking
just
at it
gonna
right now.
fucking stream?
Yep, I'm
Okay.
looking at it right now.
Okay.
I think you're not streaming.
There you go. Now it's on.
You're definitely
I
not
guess you
streaming.
just weren't invited. Got him.
There you
So
Oh.
we are on
go. I'm not drinking enough. Is a problem?
Black and Yellow Otaku Gamers podcast number 30. Killing it with
Hey.
consistency. Killing with
Like-
kindness and consistency. You know, peace, love, and positivity. Please make sure you check us out every fucking week because you're wonderful people. And yeah, this week we're going to be talking about something great and interesting. We're going to be talking about villains and, you know, the antagonists of anime, manga, and all that good shit. So, you know, I would take it the next step and maybe, like, think about talking about it with video games, too, which you guys are welcome to mention. But majority of my examples, I just feel like my favorite villains were from anime, if not, you know, comic books. So that's kind of how I feel about it. As much as we'll never really see a truly good villain from, you know, these live action adaptations of, you know, all the comic book heroes from the Avengers and so on. Except Vulture was pretty good. He was actually a deep, developed character. I wish we can get that more from all the other movies and fucking TV shows, but you know, that's just me. But yeah, it's all came about mostly because Stain from My Hero Academia was just so fucking good. He deserves all the respect that he fucking gets, and I truly appreciate having a villain such as his, like to his degree, and just I really like to see more of that. Unfortunately, it was like one of the first real threats we've seen in My Hero gone, like super early. So kind of like Zabuza when he first came around, but Zabuza definitely just fucking sucked. But that's a whole other story. But yeah, so
He came back, kind of, but he's still stuck, kind of.
yeah, he was kind of dead.
I mean, everybody was kind of dead, technically.
Yeah, but he was like exceptionally good. Said dead. Dead. It's like I think I was trying to say dead and
Good
gay,
and dead. Yep.
But yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
All right, man. It's all right.
Yeah,
We all
don't
flub.
worry about me. Yeah, I'm alright. So yeah, so I kind of took a list of villains that I really liked since I've started watching anime, and then I also have a few points I want to get to about like what really makes a good villain, and it's just interesting to see how they can really affect the story. So one thing I want to say before I jump into my like favorite, I want to say the one I fucking can't stand. Mostly because he just literally ruined a fucking series. because he was that bad of a villain. That
Oh.
everything else that happened in the series completely went to shit.
Oh, I'm ready
Fucking
for...
Biba from Cabaneri. I fucking hate that villain so much. See? He's not even worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Yep. I absolutely hated that villain so much.
I'm sorry, I had a minor stroke there where I just stopped caring about the particular individual you're talking about.
He's
Part of
just
my brain died.
like it's like they wanted to develop him, and then they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Why? You know,
It's like, look at me, I'm a badass. No, I'm a useless piece of shit. Never mind. I'm sorry, I'll go sit down.
Look at
now.
me, I'm
in my
I'm
personal
Mr.
train.
Asshole.
I'm gonna go sit down in my personal train with my personal army, being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know something? I actually completely forgot about him.
Yep.
Yeah, so did I,
Everyone
because
has
he's.
the same reaction.
You know what, Kenny hit the nail on the head. He was someone that, from a professional standpoint, I would say offered no business value. That's the kind of shit creation that you get fired for.
Yeah.
He could
Literally, you could have just left it in the zombies. Yeah, you could have left it in the zombies.
The zombies could have formed into the whatever, all on their own.
Ant bullshit.
And it would have been the exact same show.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
the thing is that even if it's not like...
No, it would have been a better show.
Yeah.
I feel like the villain from... Not villain, but I guess I'll still call him villain. The little green ghost from Mob Psycho was a much better villain.
Dimple?
Yeah, Dimple was like a way better villain.
He's not really a
He's
villain.
a sidekick.
Yeah, he was.
a sidekick.
He
Let's be
started
honest.
out as a villain.
Yeah, he did start out as a
He
villain.
was a sidekick. He didn't know he was a sidekick at the time, but he was a sidekick.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it. It's just a little frustrating, but like I wish you could see where a bad villain could really dismantle a show or anime or whatever. And it's frustrating. It really is when you are like, especially when you're watching a weekly show. If you're watching something in a binge fashion, it's fine. Because you can just eat that. Like, oh yeah, I spent my night watching this series. If it was shit, you just walk away. Like, okay, I'll watch a better one tomorrow. But if you watch seasonal anime and it's fucking, like, there's a few episodes that just shit, then you feel like shit. You just wasted, like, 7 weeks of your life to get to this point that was absolutely god-awful. You know, like that one show we don't talk about here.
Yeah.
For it this time.
But I mean,
I've been banned enough.
even in that one, it wasn't the villains that were shit. It was everything that was shit.
I agree. It's just tough, but you know what really makes a villain though? Like what's the difference between a villain and a hero?
An antagonist is the wall that the protagonist must succumb, either by going around, underneath, or over, or through.
Well, what would you say? Like, what do you think is the biggest difference between the two? As like that, not the fact that they oppose each other, but what is like the what? Wow, that's weird. What breaks them? You know, like what's the big difference between the two?
I would have to say pulling in the D&D mindset, just because I kind of got done with that. It's that alignment. It's good versus evil. And then there's also chaos versus a law, where it's the personal freedoms versus adherence to group policy. I could have someone who is lawful evil versus chaotic good. The difference of that is someone who says, hey, let's not kill people, but like fuck off and do whatever you want, and if that gets you killed, then that sucks. Yeah. Or lawful evil, where I say, you will sit in this box, you will spend 23 hours of your day in this box, you are allowed one box outside of that, but it's so you don't get killed by the shit that's outside of this box.
Yeah.
It's that you authoritarian. Yeah, authoritarian in mindset, very fascist mindset, and that's why we can have. That's why it's always really interesting when you have anti-heroes or villains that you love to hate versus heroes that do things, but you realize they're a little dark side. They're on that bad side of the line. There's been a lot of heroes like that. One of my favorite examples as of late would have to probably be Akame ga Kill. where you've got these people who were rebels, who were assassins, they're murderers, and they're very aware of the fact they're evil people because they kill people for a living, but they're doing it to bring what's effectively civil liberties to the people. Whereas what they're up against are equally evil and fucked up people, but they're doing it from a lawful standpoint where they're saying, we are with the government. We are doing this for the collective good of the people. Sure, some small people may get trampled underfoot by the corrupt, but yeah,
So
that's how I define it.
yeah, so an antagonist, like the literal translation, is the one who initiates change. So what's the difference between the protagonist and the antagonist? Like, it's the kind of the fact that the antagonist don't like he's willing to go the extra mile to make that change, to break whatever mold that society's in. So good examples are Shogo Makishima from Psychopaths. He
Oh yeah,
That guy's amazing. Yeah.
yeah, he's like one of the
one
best,
of the best
villains. And he has that same kind of
Yeah.
deal as Stain, but definitely a lot more broader. But he like it is a broken system that he's in. He knows it, and he wants to dismantle it. While you have the main character, was it Kogami? I think it's Kogami.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
So
Oh, jeez,
he
that's so bad.
is kind of along the same lines as him. Like they think exactly the same. They're almost the same. Like the only difference really is what Makishima is willing to do and what he already has done. And it's just kind of interesting to think like that. That's kind of like where I was trying to go with it. Like another way to look at it is Stain and All Might. All Might is the symbol of peace. Now, Stain is like this symbol of fuck shit up.
Change.
Well,
No,
So I'm gonna say
Symbol of change.
symbol of fuck shit
no,
up.
you're right.
I like it.
No,
Like,
you're right.
Like the scent symbol.
Yes,
What?
like the sense symbol.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Got it.
Wow.
Thanks, man.
Penny for your
Oh,
thought.
I got you.
Shut up.
God damn it.
You just
What?
made it worse.
I had a nickel for any time I heard that.
All right. So, carrying on.
You'd have one nickel. Nobody ever says that anymore.
But yeah, so like you understand what I mean, and it's just
Yes.
very interesting to think between those lines. And yeah, so Makishima is one of my favorite villains in all anime that I've watched. Like, definitely in my top 5. Like, he's just such an extraordinary villain, and I was really sad that what happened at the end of the first season happened. But it's nice to see him be revisited later in the story, if you've gotten that far in Psychopaths. So Yeah.
He's alive?
watch that shit if you haven't watched it already. It's
You
good
never
stuff.
know.
Just kidding. I'm caught up.
Yeah. So, what about you guys? You guys have any like villains that like top tier for you, and like why are they so good?
I would have to say. Well, you go. You guys go.
I'm trying to think here. You can, if you got
Rock,
something on
paper?
your head, go ahead.
I'm just kidding.
Mark. All right, I'll go. Top one that came to mind. Top one that came to mind while they're thinking was genuinely.
You're gonna
Dio,
talk
bro.
about the guy from JoJo.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And here's the really cool thing about this character. He has done a shit ton of villain. He's been Takasugi from Gintama, the main bad guy from Gintama. He's also been the bad guy in a number of things. He's the guy who recently voiced the Beast Titan from Attack on Titan. He has also voiced. What else has he voiced? He's voiced so many things. He's a very you'd recognize his voice if you heard him. Is the really cool component of that you heard. The craziest thing was they had him voicing Deadpool. I don't know if you can see my shirt. They had him voicing Deadpool in the
I have that
Japanese Avengers. Yeah, in Japanese Avengers they had him voicing Dio or Deadpool. And recently he started voicing. He was the crazy clown guy from ReZero, the Baron. and
Crazy.
also, yeah, Rosewall, the guy who owned the mansion that Rem and Ram worked at.
I thought you were talking about this.
Crazy Kong.
No.
My brain just like was like what?
It trembled.
Yes. No, that's Kirito. That's Kirito.
Oh god.
Yes, he's was he the crazy clown guy? Oh, he was the crazy clown guy in Konosuba, the guy who kept dying. Yes, I forgot
Oh,
about that
the
too.
masked guy.
Yeah, the masked guy. But
Okay.
if you hear his voice and you know who he is, you'll recognize it. And part of that is that really iconic evil. He is a cliche 80s bad guy. And in that show, the villains make everything. JoJo is really cool, but the only reason why the JoJo protagonist is cool is because he beats the villain. That's really it. The villains, if it weren't for the villains, he wouldn't be anywhere near as cool. One of the main examples that I've got there is just all of the villains keep getting crazier and crazier. That was something Vanier, yeah, that's his name in Konosuba. But the way he works in JoJo's is every villain is crazier than the last. So we start out with vampires who fight using their hair. We have an orangutan that's able to create a magic psychic ship. We have a guy who's able to basically do some wanted shit where he bends the bullet when he fires it off psychically. And it just goes crazier and crazier. Dio eventually gets to the point where this guy is iconic, and you probably know of this, but you don't know where it's from. Where he can stop time using his stand, the world, or Za Wordo. And
Spoilers.
yeah, spoilers.
Not there
He
yet.
uses a steamroller. Wait, really? Are you not?
It's fine.
I thought you fucking caught up.
It's
Cut the
fine.
stream. Cut the
It's
stream.
fine. Go ahead.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. Well, I
Don't
mean,
be sorry. Just
Can-
continue. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
Is that,
but the
is that
thing
really
is-
that big of a spoiler? Because I've seen memes of that already.
I
all
never
over-
seen
should've
any
seen
memes. I knew nothing.
So I mean, like,
it's
it's all over the
crazy.
internet. So
It's
I
all yeah.
think
It's
fair
like
game.
it's
Your
a
mom's
huge
fair
meme.
game.
There's three things that are iconic about him. One is the steamroller. One is you thought it was going to be something, but it was Dio. That's the other meme, and then the final meme that he's very iconic for is him punching with Jotaro, and he's yelling "Mura mura mura mura," and then Jojo's fighting him, punching him, and yelling "Ora, ora, 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 ora." And pretty much it's just shit tons of punching going back and forth. And those are like the really iconic things, and that I think is really awesome because it's a subconscious thing where people who go on the internet, they might be aware of this, but just like Mark, I'm pretty sure Mark didn't know that's where that's from. He'd seen the steamroller gif, but he didn't know where it's from.
Actually, no, this one.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah.
But Kenny, there's a lot more to that too.
No,
Don't
I
worry
know.
about that.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah,
But
we'll get there.
like you said, there are series like that, and it's always great when you watch a show after like seeing memes and gifs and references to it, and you don't know anything about it. Like I had that issue with the Monogatari series. I got to a certain part, and it was like a toothbrush scene. You ever seen that like gif? It's like a gif
What?
where like he's brushing his sister's teeth. And it
Oh
gets
yeah, where
real
he's like
erotic.
holding her. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like holding her like to his face. Yeah.
Lost face.
All right.
Yeah, he's just like holding.
Yeah,
he's
I got to
holding her,
that part and I was like, wait,
and just like brushing her teeth.
this is weird. I don't know how I feel about this, but like I actually got to that point, so it's always interesting to go there. But one
Yeah.
thing that you said that I thought was really funny is I've been thinking like about Dragon Ball Z and like what can you do to not make it so ridiculous every time you go to the next like villain, right? And I was like, oh yeah, JoJo does it really well with Joseph, where he like
Yes.
he never really outpowers the villain. He's always
Yeah.
outsmarting the villain.
Yeah.
We never get that because Goku's so stupid.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, Shonen.
Or,
Shonen
or somebody
is
else gets
usually.
DBZ.
Yeah, Shonen shows are typically derived from the I have an advantage, and it's usually derived from brute strength.
Mm-hmm.
One of Joseph Joestar's primary things is his special move. They'll never see it coming, and he just turns around and runs away.
Yeah, it's
Like
super
you
funny.
don't see that. You don't see that shit where the main character is like, I'm gonna fucking run away, goodbye, and sprints away, and it's
It's super
hilarious because
funny.
the bad guys are even like, wait, what? Fucker's running away, and then they chase after him. But it's like that split second will stop him. And actually, on my last thing from JoJo that I can think of off the top of my head is the anti-hero kind of component. That show is genuinely the only time I've ever thought to myself, wow, I like that Nazi. That Nazi's a damn good guy. Man, I hope that Nazi lives. Like, you don't see
I just
that
love how me and
normally.
Will are just like,
God.
No, but seriously, like, did you not like
is
him?
that the title right there?
That's
Nick loves
pretty-
Nazis.
Top spot.
God damn it.
Okay, go ahead.
No, but you saw that part. Isn't yeah, German engineering is the best in the world. They turned this guy. All right, so this guy gets possessed by a vampire, blown up by a grenade, and like using his skull and a part of his foot, the Nazis put him back together as a vampire fighting cyborg. He's literally a Terminator from like the Terminator movies with a giant laser cannon that shoots sunbeams out. It's friggin' insane, and it's so good because like they reveal it like so nonchalantly, like he's attacking in a cabin, he's fighting off the vampires, and they're like, "How are you alive?" And then he goes off some crazy shit like German engineering is the best in the world, and like his chest opens up into a giant laser cannon, and he just starts firing sunbeams at the vampires, and the vampires are like, "What the fuck is that? How is he having sunbeams come out of his chest?"
Seems
But-
legit.
It's so
Yeah,
funny.
I mean, no, it's amazing because the guy is legit. He's a really cool dude for a
Yeah,
Nazi.
no. I got that far, and it is extremely interesting.
Yeah,
So,
that would
yeah,
be
I'm
that's
okay
a worse
with it.
spoiler than the time stop in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I got that far, so I'm cool.
Yeah.
I know Mark's probably not, but it's fine.
Eh.
You probably never
Yeah.
gonna watch it.
I mean, Mark already
I'll
knows
get there
Nazis
when
are
I get
cool
there.
people.
It's interesting. Yeah. So that was Nick's. What about you guys? Anything?
It's, one on the top of my head is the homunculus father from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh
Oh yeah. I
Um,
forgot
the,
about him.
the
Holy
Mar-
shit.
the Führer.
No, just the father.
No, the father of them all.
The
Like-
father.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
The,
Bradley.
the literal being from another world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or from
Sorry,
the
I-
other world, I guess.
That clicked in my brain because I didn't watch
See,
all of.
I can't like him by himself. I
Yeah,
like-
that's
I like.
that's why I was kind of like skeptical about saying him
Mhm.
exactly, because I liked the other homunculus more than him, because we obviously got more of them.
I like his
Yeah.
situation. I like
Yeah.
his counterpart being the Elric
Hohenheim.
boy's father.
Yeah,
Hohenheim!
Hosen or
That-
Hohenheim.
That's what I like the
I thought
most about him.
Hoisen's like Hoisen's sauce.
It was a lot easier to connect, you know, and it was
Yeah.
just like, oh my god, this is so cool. I like this. I like the difference between the two, even though they're almost the same being, but you know that their ideals are completely different. So, very interesting. And it felt like it was kind of obvious how they were going to do things, but I still kind of was surprised at the same time, you know? Not sure if it's just me, but I just felt like I knew what was going to happen. Walked into it, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, but
So-
they did make King Bradley to be the most like prominent bad guy.
Mhm.
It was just kind of like really hinted throughout like the first, I guess, like 30 episodes before you
Yeah.
actually knew what was going on. And then
They fucked
there
up,
came the
though.
what?
Brotherhood. When they showed him in the first episode, they like hinted so hard on it in the first episode, and it was
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, like if you watch the first episode of Brotherhood, it's like a filler thing, so it's not like actually for the core story, but like they have him like do some crazy shit, and it's just like, you're fishy, like, like I had to stare at him a bit, and I was like, shit, I'm squinting harder than you, and you got like a fucking, you know, thing
I
covering your
patched
other eye, and I still
Yeah.
fucking can't trust you.
Do they call him King in Brotherhood?
Yeah, they say King
should.
Bradley.
It's the same cast too. Like
Yeah.
everything's the same.
Oh, I swear they called him Führer. In
I think it's like
I think they're going to do both,
they
yeah,
switch it.
it's
Yeah,
certain
it's
nuances.
just
that happen.
translation. Yeah.
or certain whoever's actually. Yeah, don't worry about me. Never mind.
Fucking bullshit. I gotta.
So
learn.
you were saying alcohol?
So yeah, he's pretty much seen as the main bad guy, and there's like a ton of shit that happens with him specifically where he fights everybody. He fights like the people from what is it, the east?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The east country, and
Yeah.
fucking he
The
kills
brown people?
fucking he kills Ji-chan, man. Yo, that's fucked up. And he killed the other guy, the fuck.
Scar?
The guy with the crocodile arm.
Oh.
He kills that
Oh!
guy because it's so sad. And then that entire fight with him and Greed was awesome.
I think
Uh,
one thing about that show is Greed is such a good anti.
Greed is great because he's
Yeah.
he's the coin flipper.
Yeah, like the beginning, it's interesting to see his showcase, like him like coming into the whole story, and you're like, oh, he's different, but okay, he's cool.
Yeah, he's not pants on head evil.
No, and then when you bring in, oh, damn, I'm forgetting his name.
Pride.
So I don't want to sound racist, but I think his
The
name was
Black
like Ling.
Oh yeah, you're really close. You're really close.
What was?
Hold on.
You're actually very close.
You're really close. I think his name is actually Ling, to be honest. Hold on.
I think it was like Lin, wasn't it? No.
I'm
don't think
so
there's a
close
G.
to not being racist. I love this.
Oh, I'm gonna be really sad. Hold on. I can't fucking find his name.
It's gonna be way off.
No, I swear to
Just
God,
to
it's like
fuck
that.
with me.
There's no way.
Yeah, it's
It's
Ling
actually
Yao.
bad.
It's Ling Yao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ling?
No. You know why? Because they actually call it Rin.
No, I thought they call him Yao actually. Now I think
No.
about it.
Yeah, it's Yao, but
Yeah.
it's Rin Yao. That's.
But yeah,
that's how
you
it's
understand what I
spelled. That's why
mean.
I'm
Like,
yeah. But I was like, I'm pretty sure there's no G in that. That's because the version I
I'm
saw.
gonna make an unintentional pun. I swear to God.
There's no such thing with you. But
When
go
they
on.
put them two together, it's like they were yin and yang. You know?
What are you even talking? Oh, Greed. Okay. I was
Yeah.
really confused for a second.
Yeah. All right, but you understand what I mean. Okay, you're saying how you like.
Unintentional pun.
Yeah. You were saying, friend.
I don't know. I'm good. That was pretty much it. Those are the main guys. I don't know if I have like anybody like else that like jumps up in the top
So
of my list.
what about Toguro? Toguro. That's what I meant to say. Toguro from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Toguro.
Okay.
Which one was that? Was it the
I
big guy?
remember
The
Yeah.
80% guy?
With the shades, yeah.
The
Yeah,
guy
the
that
the
said,
percentile man.
don't interfere with this tournament. I'd also like orange juice.
Yeah.
I love that guy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
that's
this
the guy,
guy.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, like
I-
he's,
Younger one, right?
he was like a badass and like probably one of the best villains in his time frame. Like that.
Yep.
That was like what 90s, right? 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
So-
was
92.
he was one of those villains where I was like, I didn't know that I could root for the villain.
Mhm.
Where I was
But
just
it was
like,
okay with him.
of course,
Mhm.
yeah, of course. I was like, Yusuke has to win, right? Because he's the good guy. He's the main character. It's like, you can't.
But then
there's
you're
a-
like,
there's-
but does
yeah, there's
he?
a side of
Wink.
you as a child where it's like you shouldn't be rooting for the bad guy, and it's like, oh, he's actually a really good bad guy.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. Marky Mark, what's up?
I don't have a classic example like you guys. I have one from fairly recent.
Mhm.
Uh, I think Nick is the only other one who watched it. Kato.
Yeah,
I watched it.
I didn't watch it.
But
I don't watch it.
What do
I
you
stopped.
what do you bring this
I
up?
He's
fucking
actually-
stopped.
So the villain.
First of all,
the-
he was not perceived as a villain at first, except
Yeah.
because he was a goddamn fucking alien and
He
Japanese
was a
people.
chill
are
as
aliens.
fuck,
Yep.
dude.
He's a chill as fuck dude. He's giving like technology to the humans.
He was just
like,
such a
hey,
nice guy.
I want to progress the humanity. with all these things. Here's tools. Here's unlimited energy.
Hey friends, yeah, how about I make your life a lot better?
And then I don't really give a fuck if I spoil it because the ending is absolute
Fucking
shit.
spoiler because of shit.
Trash.
Damn.
Trash.
Yo, can you keep
Absolute
that salt
trash.
over there? Like, Jesus.
Towards the end,
No.
you see like his actual intentions of assimilating like all of humanity into the anisotrophic.
I
So
fucking hate that
basically,
word.
just
Bullshit.
Like so
removing
much.
humanity, just absorbing it into
Yeah.
like the massive entity of the ether.
So here's the thing I thought of, actually, to be honest, when I was reviewing that the other day. When I read your article and like I just stopped because I found out that was the bullshit they were throwing my way.
Yeah.
So I feel like they thought, oh, this is great. They're never gonna see this coming because we had no clues for this. This is a surprise. Yeah, so we
Surprise,
didn't see it coming
motherfucker.
because it's fucking retarded.
But yeah, that whole surprise of the other anisotropic being on
Ah.
Earth is like complete utter bullshit. If she did not exist, the villain would have succeeded because in his negotiation with the
Shindo.
Shindo,
Oh, yeah.
when Shindo started questioning if humanity should go with him to the anisotrophic, uh, Yahakui, whatever his name is,
Kui.
Jahasukui's
I
Fuck.
fucking ignored. I forgot all
Like-
that shit like a day after. I was
like
like,
the
this is bullshit.
moment Shindo started questioning it, he was like, "Oh, I made a clone of you. No one will know the difference." And he starts forming a blade and goes to kill him.
He's like, I don't need you anymore. But
I
like
don't need you.
they-
I'm gonna reset.
yeah, they tried to make it seem like he was still like in love with him because it's like, oh, this clone can't replace you, but
Yeah.
I can still replace you with this clone.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
So these are
Like he was a
Kado
good villain
spoilers.
because he
If you
was
like, just
very.
so you know.
He was a good villain because he was very like passionate about what he wants.
Yeah.
Like this is his goal. He's very set on it, and he'll do what he can to get it, even if it means killing the guy he's in love with.
I was gonna give you one shot to justify the
One
he's
shot.
a good villain.
One kill.
2 fingers. But you know what?
Hmm?
No, but
I mean, like the
was
story was like complete shit, but like him as a character was good.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
I want to read more of it.
I'll
No,
have
watch
to get into the series eventually, but you know me and
No,
fucking
don't.
CG.
Yeah, don't bother because the ending
Don't.
is just complete
I
trash.
stopped. I stopped at like 6, I think.
People are saying this is going to be one of the best anime of this year.
Oh,
False.
Yeah,
it was.
It
was
was
going to be.
It was going to be
Until like legit like episode 7 or 8, it was fine.
8. Yeah, it's 8.
It was 8, yeah.
Or
Because
end of 7 into 8.
I was 2 weeks behind, and you guys are like, and I'm like, okay, I'll stop.
What, Nick behind on anime? What?
Haha.
Nick behind an anime 2017? What?
How?
Hey, what anime am I behind on?
Recreators?
Besides Recreated, but I don't want to pirate it. I don't want to pirate that shit. That's the only reason why I'm like, I feel guilty. I'm like, I don't have Funimation.
It's not Funimation.
Amazon.
Got him.
Oh, is it Anime Strike?
Yeah, no, sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
All
Anime
right,
Strike?
so-
Oh, my bad. I meant to say Strike.
Yeah, so...
My B.
let me get to... Okay. So, another villain I put on my list, and it's not because of anything specifically, it's just because he was so fucking cool.
I'm waiting.
Fucking Majin Vegeta was like
Oh.
literally the only thing in the whole Buu saga that kept me there. If it wasn't for that fucking part, I would have been
Yeah.
like, fuck that show. I would have been like, I'm done. They got a fucking bitch ass. Gohan doesn't know how to fucking fight anymore. He's a little.
Yeah, he's
he's
fucking-
playing. You know what I mean? Like it was.
No, he
just,
wanted to get that pussy.
He's playing house.
He wanted to get that pussy. That's why he.
no.
I don't do that.
No. That all started before the pussy was even there.
Yeah, fucking Great Saiyan Man bullshit.
Yeah, dude. So like, Majin Vegeta.
Yeah,
like,
the Saiyaman thing was retarded.
one thing I like
Yeah,
is that even though he was mind controlled, he there was a point where he wasn't. He was just like, I just wanted to fuck Kakarot up. Like that's my thing, and I just think that's like fucking great. You know, I've always liked Vegeta, and he's like kind of the first villain I liked with anime in general. Like
What's
villain.
the Vegeta thing?
You You talking about that scene that he dies?
Yeah. No, the thing where he's like saying goodbye to Trunks, and he's just like,
I remember
never
what
mind,
you're
don't worry
talking
about it. The only reason why I'm commenting on that is because
Remember
fucking
his
commenting
stroke?
on that for Twitter.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, so I thought you were doing the whole thing that Goku does before he like
No, he
teleports
just no,
Cell.
no.
No,
That's
what
why.
you mean.
It's Trunks leaving, and Trunks is like, "Oh, bye guys, I'm going back to the future." Vegeta's just like, right? No, you're just like,
I have. Dude, you need to YouTube this clip later because I have no idea what the fuck you're
Yeah.
talking about.
And to be honest, like Vegeta's like I don't watch Super, but I dabble. I look at it and I'm like, what's going on in the Super world? You know? So like I see some of the stuff that's happening with Vegeta right now and I'm like, oh. Hey. Cuz like I was a little concerned that Vegeta was just going to be left, you know, gone. Like no one's going to care anymore about him. But then they did the Resurrection of F movie. And I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, like, the motherfucker's on the front cover, like, you know, blue hair and shit. And I was like, oh shit. Sorry, I'm like, he's like the only villain that like I've always like geeked about when I was, you know, younger. But him, and then I also like Aizen a lot.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for you to
Oh.
mention him. I was
Aizen's
waiting for
like
you to mention him.
top, yeah. Cause
He
not
is a
top, but
top
he's
tier.
like up there, yeah. Cause like
He's a top tier villain.
I think the whole layout from beginning to end of Aizen was just always good. There wasn't really any like dip in quality of a villain. He's just always been good, and he just continued on throughout the whole fucking series. Like when they first introduced him as like this good guy, and like not just this good guy, but this goody two shoes guy that he's like way too good. I see, Nick. I see.
that one.
Okay, well the Vegeta frame.
When
That
Trunks
must
is
be
going
like-
into the future.
That has to be like the Saiyan wave or something. That literally makes no sense to me.
Dude, no,
No,
he's
it's
about to
Trunks
like.
is leaving.
No,
And
they're gonna
he's
sword
like, I love you,
fight.
Dad. Bye. Later, son. I'll never see you again. Bye.
Well, he'll
Don't
see him
give a fuck
again
about
when
it.
he's like
Exactly.
not
Yeah,
gonna
like
know anything.
6 years or
Yeah.
something.
But yeah, I just wanted to say, you know,
Sorry, continue.
Aizen's cool. Aizen's great. Aizen is a super interesting villain, and he's so fucking strong, like stupid strong. That they
Aizen-
have to seal him for like eternity, and
Aizen,
they had to
spoiler
get him when
is
they
a
needed
villain.
him. What?
Spoiler alert, Aizen being a villain.
Spoiler: he's not actually dead.
Spoiler
You're not
alert:
actually
this
dead.
show is like 50 years old.
No, because you're being an asshat about fucking the Dio
It's not
thing.
being an asshat. I didn't know, and then you put it in my face.
Anyway, no. Aizen actually in anime, that was the first. I think that was the first major like subterfuge. Oh, he's really a villain.
That was a big
villain
like. That's the
think
first time
ever
I've
had.
really seen a big
in
twist
anime.
in anime.
But yeah, in anime, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's like that was the first one. I think that's why that sticks out.
Yeah, I feel that. So like that's like my list that I got here. Like Makishima, Vegeta, well, Majin Vegeta specifically, Toguro, Stain, and Aizen. And with Stain, I just like how Stain finally like they used like I got a little concerned with my hero initially because I was like, where are the cool villains? Because they're just not there. They brought all these villains to UA, but it just
They got
felt like they
fucked
were
on.
all weak and like
They were a bunch of fuckboys.
yeah. So like
The henchmen.
it's kind of hard
of
to tell like where they are power level wise to these villains that are like these major villains, because it just seemed like it was a bunch of lackeys that came in, and even the guy that has like hands everywhere, like he's always trying to get hands with everybody, but he has hands all over
Ninja
himself.
K guy.
You know?
It's like, yo, throw them hands though. Like, don't touch my hand though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hate
so-
that. It's just like, "Arrgh."
Yeah. So
But
that's
Stain you can respect.
yeah.
You can super respect the shit out of that guy.
Especially since he's what's bringing all these cool villains in.
Yeah.
And now we have insight. Spoilers to anyone who hasn't watched My Hero. We have insight into. Wait, have you watched it, guys? I don't want to say
Yeah.
if you guys haven't watched it.
I'm
Okay.
fully caught up.
Okay. All for one for all. No,
Yes.
all for one, right?
all
no,
for
one
one.
for all.
One for all.
No, all
One
for
for
one.
all.
All for one. All for one.
Yeah, all for one
All
sounds
for
more
one.
villainy, so that makes sense.
That is the That's exactly why that's the villain one.
Yeah, because all for one. Because you're putting more quirks into one.
Yeah. And you find out that, spoiler alert again, that both the guy who killed All Might's predecessor and injured All Might himself.
Yeah.
To the point where he has to give off the
not to spoil it, but I just want to say it because I was concerned. I thought we weren't going to find out more about the story until, like, next season. But it's going to come up soon. I just wanted to say that.
Have you read? I forgot. Have you?
No, I am not caught up. But I did kind of read up to where they are right now.
Yeah.
Just
Christian
so that
was giving me shit about that.
Right,
Christian was like, "Oh, I've read all of this." I'm like, "Fuck you." Next episode, anime only. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm not about these people that read the manga and just throw it in your face like, "Oh, you don't know what's gonna happen to this guy," or when you're like, "Oh man, I love this character. He's so good. This and that," and then you got like your friend in the background, and it's just like, you have no idea.
It's like,
but then they're weeping at the same
great.
time. Oh.
He dies like a bitch.
Why did you have to die?
So
they talk about that for like Game of Thrones. It's like that one asshole friend who like just watch it. Have you guys ever seen Pro ZXD?
That's exactly what we're
yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm talking about. He's fucking hilarious.
I didn't know about that guy until like a couple of weeks ago when they mentioned him on the RT podcast, and I was like, oh, let me look at this guy, and I'm like, huh, that's funny. That's very true.
Kenny linked one of his videos like probably like 6 months ago or something, and I've been following him on Twitter since.
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 10 out of 10.
Dude is super hilarious. Yeah, he's very funny.
Word. 100%. But yeah, so just wanted to talk about that. I would actually love to see more of these other villains that they showcased. You know, I want to see what else is going to happen. And then there's also the idea that I've been throwing around that everyone's like, no, this wouldn't happen, but UA kids turning bad.
Ooh.
Like, I'm wondering, and this is just me, if 1A, I think that's their classroom.
Yeah, 1A.
If they're actually going to have one go bad. Or are they going to play it like he goes bad, but not really? Because I always looked at Bakugo being that villain.
The ball kid.
Like, not Bakugo being like the villain, but Bakugo being the I'm a villain, but then he's still working for them. You know what I mean? Like, they all expect it, and they're like, oh, Bakugo's a villain now. Oh, man. But we kind of knew
if they did that, I feel like that might be Ida, to be honest.
Well, no, they already did Ida's thing. Like, I don't think they're going to touch that again.
I feel like that could be the...
That was the line for him.
This is where we hinted at it, but really he just goes dark side after this.
No.
I honestly can't see him going evil.
That's a really far reach.
No. More like he goes like, I don't know. I feel like he could go back into being obsessed with vengeance against evil, and then just like how Stain is this guy who's like, I want to stop heroes from being fake pieces of shit. This guy could be like, I'm a stop fucking villains. The only reason why I think that is because he mentioned they mentioned a lot during that whole fight. Yeah, heroes cannot use their quirks unless it's like sanctioned. And he's just kind of like, fuck that, I want revenge. But
all right.
I like the comment. It's like, yeah, you can't bring him back to the village if he runs at Mach 5 speed.
Well, if what's his face Deku like goes to 80% or something, I'm sure you can catch him.
Yeah, but if Deku goes to 80%, he's gonna fucking explode.
I'm just saying, like, you're talking about future anyway, so if he does go stupid, evil Sasuke fucker, then you know.
Yeah, like I mean, I would see that. I could see that, and I think that would be interesting.
And then we'll have
like, Ida really just kind of like he's semi-fallen. So I'm thinking of this from the 40k chaos mentality, where you've been tainted by chaos, you're fucking tainted. It doesn't
Mm.
matter how much redemption you do for the Emperor. You are fucking tainted by chaos.
Yeah.
So he's had that fall. So it doesn't matter how good he is after this. He's fallen already.
He's already standing up though.
Are
Only
we
his arm
talking
is
about
broken.
Ida still?
Yeah, Ida.
Well, you also remember, like, I feel like that would have been the case if things didn't happen with Stain the way that they did. Like, if Stain cared more about drilling into Ida's head that he's doing wrong. So, I feel like that whole scenario was enough for Ida to completely come back. Because even a villain is telling you, you're stupid.
Yeah,
Save
you are
him.
not hero mentality. You're
Save him. Stop trying to kill me. Like,
Yeah.
that was much more important. You know, like, the fact that Stain hates the system. It's a flawed system. Society is shitty. He wants to purge it. But he also wants real heroes to appear to take him out. And to that degree, he'll even tell...
real hero to kill him.
Yeah. And then, to that degree, he wants Ida to know what a proper hero is, instead of worrying about revenge. That's, like, the biggest point there. So, yes, All Might is the one he wants after him, but it's only because All Might is the one symbol of peace that's been able to take everyone, like, a peg down. Like, there's no one else to challenge him, except the one person that actually wounded him. And he wasn't around till fucking now. So,
yeah, they didn't mention him till now,
yeah.
Because I think they heavily implied, I don't know how you took it. I read that as, he actually thought he killed this fucker.
Yeah.
Like, he thought he, like, obliterated that guy with some Texas smash up in his ass.
What are we talking about?
All Might. Like, it seems like whoever the big bad guy,
yeah.
he thought he killed him. He thought he was dead. He's like, is that guy really alive?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what would actually be interesting is, that guy's actually dead, but he passed on All for One to someone else. But Christian slightly spoiled this shit for me, but I kind of, like, fucking punched myself in the head until I forgot. So, I don't really remember. But, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so, like, in the case of Tenya or Ida, I just don't think he should be, like, touched again. There are other heroes in their class, like, way too many heroes, to be honest with you. There's so many that they haven't had the proper screen time yet. And
well, that's what this anime episode's for.
But that's the thing, like, you also think too is, like, it seems like this show is, like, straying away, not this show, but whatever, you can call it the manga too.
The universe.
It seems like the mangaka doesn't want it to be a 3. He doesn't want it to be Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. Like, the 3s that you usually see. Instead, you're gonna get Deku, Ida, Uraka, Bakugo, Todoroki, like, everyone. Because everyone fights for the fucking spotlight like a bitch.
Yeah, they fucking... even the girls who they admit, oh, I hired you because you're hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, aren't we heroes? Yeah, but you've got great racks. It's like... Oh man, I feel like
I didn't know you were in the show, Nick.
No, I mean we're deviating more into hero realm, but yeah. That show is interesting with the way it handles heroes and villains, because it's about heroes and villains.
Yeah.
The one show I thought that didn't handle villains well is One Punch Man.
Well,
name a villain besides Sonic that lasted more than one episode.
So they tease that the next season is actually going to have a villain that he potentially might not be able to beat.
In one hit?
No, like, beat in general. So I feel like we really need to get to where the fuck his power level is and where the fuck he came from, because it did not come from fucking 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups.
Have you ever done 100 push-ups?
I don't care. You're not strong enough to fucking punch.
Find someone who's done that.
One punch stopped rain.
Yeah, find someone who's done that shit. Huh?
Dave actually. He's doing it right now. You're welcome.
I was about to say, fucking Jesus.
Yeah, because he just started watching it while you finished it.
Is he also running the 10 kilometers every day
Yep.
and then living with no AC?
Yep. Well, his house is hot as fuck, so probably.
Yo, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit if you live in Rhode Island.
I don't have an AC on right now, Nick. I'm dying.
I don't either, because mine's fucking broken. I gotta yell at them
I love the
fucking
censorship.
AC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is it actually censoring me?
Yeah.
I like how it cut out up until he said fucking.
Yeah.
I hear fucking just yelling. I've got a list of shit to order on Amazon: a radar detector, a power strip, a mic, and a new mouse.
I'm not gonna ask about the first one. Oh wait, never mind. I had it
Power
backwards.
Power strip,
I had it backwards.
Power
I'm
strip.
so dumb.
mic, mouse.
So another thing I want to say about My Hero too is that like I feel like My Hero can easily be this like super light story. It can easily like not go the people die route, but they go the people die route, and I love that. I guess it's just like the line between your average anime Saturday morning cartoon and My Hero. It's like that fucking villain of the show with the pigtails that everyone's like crushing over.
Oh, the blonde.
She's fucking shit up. Like, that's interesting. And then you got like that other villain that has like all the hands around him. His quirk is like disintegrates your fucking So it's just like, I just like the fact that they're going the extra mile with this kind of series. So, because I always felt like Naruto never went that far until people started dying, and I was like, I think I started taking it seriously when Jiraiya died. I was just like,
so long for somebody to die, dude.
What? They actually killed someone? Like, it's just something you don't expect. And once they cross that line, it happens. Well, Dragon Ball too. Dragon Ball took forever for someone to die. I don't think anyone died in Dragon Ball. Now I think about it.
Wait, everybody fucking died.
No one perma died. No good people perma died.
No, like, actual people died. Let's say that.
Oh, but like whole cities got destroyed or some shit, like the whole fucking planet, shit like that. But it's like, all right, yeah, you're right. No, because see, so they're like loopholing it because of the whole Dragon Ball thing. It's so stupid.
Squad.
What?
Who the fuck? What is it fucking called? The
Ginyu Squad.
Ginyu.
That's Dragon Ball Z.
Would you say Gecko? What?
That's
No,
Dragon Ball
Ginyu.
Z.
Yeah,
What the
the
fuck is
Ginyu
Ginyu?
Squad. The Ginyu
Also,
Squad.
you gotta remember in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, they got the Dragon Balls. Kill a whole planet. You just really wish that shit back.
Exactly. It's a loophole. Like they can't.
And you know what's stupid? They lawyered that shit. It's like, if I wish back everyone that Frieza killed, if someone died of grief because of the fact that Frieza killed them all, would he come back to life? Yes. That's
Wasn't
what
there? I remember like when they first wished everyone back to life, and then they were like, "But what about Goku?" It's like, he's not dead. Bum bum bum.
That was retarded. I hated that.
I loved it because
I thought that was retarded.
nothing beat that moment where Goku comes in and then he has that sword fight with Trunks. That was very fun to watch. That whole Trunks introduction was the best. That was like probably one of my favorite episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
I think my favorite episode of Dragon Ball Z is when Vegeta is training with Trunks and Goten.
They use that in Super as well.
What?
They
they turn.
Yeah, because I guess he was reflecting on training Trunks when they had to fight each other again. Because, like, Trunks is like, yo, fight me like you're fighting Goku. So he goes, like, Super Saiyan Blue and fights him. And it's just like, holy shit, dude. Chill. Fucking gets right.
Yeah, I think the funniest thought was, like, he's just standing there like, when the hell did the pride of an entire people become the plaything of children? And I'm like thinking about it's like, yeah, that's cool. That's like, oh yeah, we worship like Jesus Christ, the second coming of Christ. And it's like these two kids are like, haha, I can resurrect, like shit like that. It's like, I don't know how I'd feel. I'd be like, fuck, man, like 2,000 years and like an entire religion's worth of people were thinking that was this awesome thing. And it's like, oh, these children are just doing it to fuck around.
Hashtag anime things.
Hashtag
Yeah.
anime things.
But seriously, like that's the closest thing I could think of is like, yo, I'd be pretty fucking pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck?
So, I like some villains from Naruto for like a bunch of different reasons. Like, I feel like the villains I do like was like something super small that made me like them. Like Gaara. I like Gaara. Everyone likes Gaara. He's like the fan favorite, really.
Not
Except
really.
Itachi. Fucking bitch ass Itachi. Everyone fucking likes Itachi.
Yeah, that's just because he's like a fucking moody little bitch. Just like
Just like
Sasuke.
his brother.
Yeah, it's just like, eh. So I'm not gonna tell you what's really going on, but I'm just gonna do my own thing. Fucking kill my whole fucking town. Do it all for this. Try to fucking save you because I fucking love you because I'm a fucking homo.
Well, there was a meme about this. They were like, every time a villain dies, it's like he just killed like this whole village or a whole family. He's like dying. He's on his deathbed and he's like, I just wanted a family. I just wanted to save the world. This and that. It's like, why did you kill everyone then? I just wanted to do... It was just so funny, and I was like, oh yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I never thought about it like that, but yeah, it happens like almost every time. That's crazy.
Or they're just like, I just wanted to save the world.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This undertone shit. Like, Zabuza. Like, Zabuza's, like, could have been something great. But it was
Which
just
one was
like...
Zabuza?
Zabuza was the first Naruto villain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The
bandage motherfucker?
big sword, yeah. And he was with the boy-girl thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he was bandage. Yeah, you're right. I was like bandage. I was like,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
you're right.
so like I didn't do Naruto or Naruto Shippuden, but I did like bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So, like, Pain's interesting,
Yeah.
but he's just not...
I think he wasn't
I
like
feel like everyone likes Deidara more than him. The one with the bird hands shit.
bird hand.
Yeah, like, he
I don't
shoots,
remember
like,
bird.
birds from his hands. He has, like, an eye in his hand.
Oh,
I
oh,
know
no,
what you're
no, no.
talking
He,
about. 'Cause the eye hand. I don't remember his bird hands. I remember.
I
his
rather
eye
like
hand.
Obito, if anything. I feel like Obito is, like... It's just that it was a little too obvious that everything was going to happen the way it did.
I mean, he doesn't have eye hands. They have mouth hands.
Oh, wait. Yeah, but I thought he had eyes, too.
Did he?
No? I thought he had eyes. Yeah. I might be thinking of someone different.
Maybe. Maybe we're
Pretty
all
sure,
thinking of something different.
because
at the
his
same
thing
time.
was he ate clay in his hands and turned it into shit, and he's like, fight my minions. Because it's like earth jutsu or sand jutsu or some shit.
One of my coworkers, I was talking to him about Naruto the other day, and then, like, I don't know where the fuck it came from. He's, like, in the middle of saying something. He just, like, did, like, the jutsu thing, like, right in front of me. And I was just like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, I know it. And I'm like, which one? All of them. What? Why?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Holy shit. That's not what you expect, you know? Actually, I don't know what to say. But,
we're gonna end it here. 'Cause
There's no better ending.
there's
That was
no
an amazing ending.
there's no following up that.
yeah. So thank you so much for watching the Black and Yellow Otaku Gamers podcast number 30 with your boys, Blackatron, Mr. Sock, Commander Cluck Cluck, and Rokutsu. And we will be with you every fucking week. Yeah. And on Wednesdays,
Yes.
every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time
Eastern
on
Standard
Twitch. Please make sure to check us out on there, and please be a part of the conversation. We love you. And then on Fridays, we upload on YouTube. So you can always check that out. currently working on rebuilding the site and also gonna probably start putting the podcast on iTunes and shit. So look out for that eventually. And yeah, we'll be back next
Tell
week.
your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your wives. Don't tell your
Tell your-
wives because
yeah,
we may
tell your
steal
wives,
them.
tell-
Wink.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I
It just
just
got me covered.
yeah. So please make sure check out our articles. You know, we upload as much as we can. You know, between
Almost
us four.
daily.
Almost daily until it's not. You feel me? So yeah. You guys have a wonderful night and thank you so much for watching. Later.